All right. Nobody waits. Mike Zuglin does not wait for anyone. So these boys started without me, and that's fine. Here we go. Hot seat match. Final two undefeated players, Bob Madenjian, Lukas Fracasso Verner. Race to 9 for a guaranteed second place finish. And one more swing in the finals. True double elimination. Let's see, I missed some of your comments here. I see Tom Shine in the chat. I know folks like to use similar phrasing for their own reasons, but I am Mike DeMarco from Ship the Cash. I don't want to confuse that. So I'm going to put that in the chat right now. The original, often duplicated, or imitated, I should say. But that is what I am, Mr. Ship the Cash. Cohen Medeiros, my man, how you doing, sir? Thanks again for yesterday. Appreciate your help. Mr. Jake Raquel hooked it up today, bringing down the large iced coffee for me. Appreciate it. I'm curious how this match is going to go. Bob's got the edge as far as the table comfort goes. And he just finished a match on this table. And he won that one by quite a bit there. He had a bit of a margin there. So Bob's got to be comfortable on the table. And I do want to say this, though. It seemed like Bob opened stronger than he finished. Really do feel like he opened up a little bit stronger right off the bat. So, just got to see how he's feeling here. At first glance, it looks like he got him blocked here. But, as we look at the overhead here, I think he's got an open shot. Luke is going to be able to just pocket this one ball. Probably going to see a carom shot here. I don't think the 2 passes the 6. Just going to graze off the side. Perhaps I'm wrong. He's not playing this here. And he's going to get some good fortune there with the 2 ball staying hooked. Lukas looks a bit anxious to get a point up right now. He just wants to run and run and run. And I feel him. I get him. I feel that way a lot when I get to play. Like, what are we waiting for? Just shoot the balls in. What are we doing? Make sure you guys hit the share button. Get those numbers up. Let everybody enjoy these matches and root on their favorite players. Madenjian with the return. And you can tell just because of the way that Lukas is approaching these shots here that he's kind of just anxious to get it done right now. You know, he didn't have to shoot that. He could have banked the 2 ball up table and ran that cue ball directly under that 7-4-3 cluster there and put Bob in a bad spot. But he's just trying to shoot and get out and move things around. He just wants to fire. I mean, that's kind of his thing. That's just what he likes to do. Bob sees a very small avenue between that 5 and the 4. He's going to try the 1 rail kick here. It's a tough one. Really just got to trust the roll of this ball here. Don't want to smash this. You got to let it open just a little bit. It's going to be firm, but not smashed. He came way too short there. And again, I saw a little bit of body movement there when Bob shot that. And he could have just put a little bit of left spin on that cue ball unintentionally and making that come way shorter than he wanted to. Evelyn Soto in the chat, how are you? Says 9-4 Lukas. Great here, Verner. He does have some lovely locks. Rolls that 4-ball in. This is looking like... Apparently it's not looking like what I was going to say. It's looking like Bob's going to get another chance right now. Lukas is definitely an anxious player at times, and I think that he could definitely take a page out of Bob's book as far as just kind of deep breath, relax, and just get the job done. Don't worry about the time frame. Like, where you got to be, man? You got somewhere to be? Is your food getting cold? Relax. Shoot the balls in. Take your time. G10 Patel, my man, how you doing, bro? He says, Lukas took it for granted and one-stroked it. Exactly. And, I mean, he does that a lot when he's confident and he's out there just firing balls, and I get that. But, you know, you want to be the best. Everything is the game-winning, tournament-winning shot. Every shot is the shot. So, I mean, even that, you know, he's reaching. He ended up freezing himself on the rail, making the shot a little lower percentage. Not saying he's a dog here, but, you know, like, you got to make sure that you're giving every shot. And look at that, missing it there. Got to make sure that you're giving everything the time and dedication that it needs. I mean, it's twice he's missed to that side pocket, and it's not the table. It's the shooter. Bob got a little straight there. He's going to have to punch this one a little bit. G10 Patel, my man. Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys down here. Again, if you're just tuning in, we were talking about the Snookers Amateur 9-Ball Classic starting next Saturday. It's qualifier number 1. What is going on? Let's go. Will Ailey. That guy's watching in the background right now saying, hey, see, I told you the tables is just no good. Come on, man. Let's get real. Cohen Medeiros asking the golden question, how do you get into one of the qualifiers? Guess what? You just show up. Show up. Doors are at 11:30. The 500 and under group starts at noon. So you got to get here on time. We start right then, and then we just start rolling. And that's how it goes. You know, that's it. You don't have to pre-register. You don't have to do anything really. Just if you're not sure about your rating, you can message me, and you can do that through either my personal page. You can message me on the Ship the Cash page, Snookers Live, Snookers Amateur 9-Ball Classic page, any of those things. Pretty sure my phone number is out there in the world, but just reach out to me if you're not sure about your rating, and I'll tell you what time you're going to begin playing. But aside from that, it's just next Saturday's the first qualifier. Don't wait. Get your butts down here and fire. It's $25. Get to play at this beautiful room and take a swing at $5,000 guaranteed first place prize. I mean, it's the event of the year. It really is. You get a massive prize for not a lot of put up. Yeah, Cohen, send me whatever you got, man. I mean, it's better if you call me, but you can wait like tomorrow afternoon or something. Hit me up. I'll go over everything with you. I don't mind doing that. But again, yeah, the Snookers Amateur 9-Ball Classic qualifiers begin next Saturday, and that is June 8th. And I would love to see us hit one of those records again. Last year, we broke a record with our first qualifier. I believe it was 106 buy-ins in our first qualifier date. Everybody, spread the word, get it out there, and let's rock and roll. That's going to be 4 qualifiers in a row. There's 7 in total. First 4 qualifiers beginning next Saturday, right in a row. 1, 2, 3, 4, beginning on the 8th. We skip 4th of July weekend, and then we do the last 3 right in a row. Then it's over. Main event is in August. I believe the dates are the 24th and 25th of August. That's correct. 24, 25 of August is the main event. And again, you got 7 chances to get into that one. Don't wait. Don't believe the hype when these players say, oh, the good players get in first. Yeah, they also don't get in first either. Some players aren't even able to make the first qualifier or the second qualifier. They can only make it to the third or something like that. And what are you thinking? You got 7 bullets to kill something. Use them all. Or at least have them in the chamber. Just get down here. Doors at 11:30 next Saturday. And you play within your skill group to qualify. Then the main event is a random draw, race to your number. Whatever number you're assigned, that's the number of games you win. No matter what you do in the main event, no matter who you play against, that's the number you race to. Lukas getting a little crazy right now. He made the 8 ball too. Fortunate for him, he's got a decent shot here on the 9. And he nails it. I think they have the score lopsided here. They have them on opposite sides, but let's just see what they do here. Yeah, I don't know why they would switch sides out of nowhere, but that's okay. I can make an adjustment here. Three, 2, 1, completed. Done. Here we go. 1-1 in our hot seat race to 9. Kevin Malley, sorry to hear that. You can't make one of those qualifiers. Sorry about that. Try to focus on the stuff that you can attend and you can compete in. But if there's ever a chance that you got a Saturday off, that's where you got to be, my man. That's where it is. Evelyn Soto says, quit that job. Yeah, I mean, if your life is getting in the way of pool, which it usually does, you got to change that a little bit. You got to change it. Can't be having a job messing up pool. What are you doing? Did you just see that? Oh my goodness. He hits the point straight into the corner. Efren would have played that shot if the 9 was hanging in that corner. Of course, our second chance event is happening right now alongside the final players in our main event. Down to 6 players now. A lot of Connecticut. A lot of Connecticut in this event, making it deep. Connecticut is definitely producing some strong players, and of course, the Connecticut kid there, Mr. Lukas Fracasso Verner, the front runner of the new era of players. But I mean, look at this. I mean, Bob Madenjian, also Connecticut. Lucas to Connecticut. We just had Pete Genovese and Jason Cornelio, both Connecticut players. Really just goes to show you what it means when you just, you're in a group of strong players. You kind of just breed that. Sneaky Steve. That's right. I know who that is. I don't know if you want me blowing your cover or not. I know that's your name on here. Bob Madenjian, just 2 shots away, taking a 2-1 lead here. Just going to float this one over. He wants to probably hit that side rail. So he's going to go through this one all the way. Doesn't need a lot of spin, just a little draw here. Just like that. Maybe just a touch of right-hand spin. This will be to get to 2. Wipes its feet slightly, but he does get it. 2-1 now. Will Ailey asking about the Battle Royal between the states. Well, Will, I'll be honest with you. I have a really sick format, put together. And, put a lot of thought behind it to really make it, the good thing. And I really got to kind of put all the pieces together with which rooms are going to participate and really make it happen. Because, a lot of folks, attempt or try to make some things happen, and I love that. I really do. But it's got to be something where everybody is involved, and all of those, yeah, but what about that? Those things are kind of covered, and it's got to be worth your time. It can't be where, you're putting in, 3 months of work and, a whole shit ton of money, and next thing you know, you're like, I'm only playing for $2,000. What do you mean? I just did all that? It's not worth it. We got to make sure that it's worth it. And like I said, I put a lot of time into. I got two different things that are really nice formats, and everything seems like it's a winner. Just gotta get everybody on board, and then we can roll it out. I think maybe we'll wait till, there's a nice runway and there's not a lot of things on the agenda, especially with the Snookers Amateur 9-Ball Classic. All those qualifiers takes up a lot of weeks through the summer. Perhaps we can kick things in directly after that. That might be a great time to do it. That's kind of when pool season kicks in. We can see who's got what after the summer. Might be a good time to do it, but you know what I'm doing over here, Will. I'm in the mad scientist laboratory and putting all these things together, trying to make pool better for the players' sake. Missing the 9-ball. Lucas, you got to bear down, buddy. You can't give it away. Can't give it away. Thank you, Will. I appreciate the good words, man. I do. Bob with an opportunity to go 3-1 ahead. And he gets it. 3-1 now for Bob. Lukas, you got to get that anxiety out of there. You got to relax. I don't necessarily want to say slow down, but I mean, you got to adjust your thought process just a bit and take a bit more time to just focus on exactly what you need to get done here. All right, Lukas racking the balls for Mr. Madenjian. Let's see how they break open. Pretty good. And Bob almost made a ton of balls, but made nothing. Try break. Possible view for this one into the side pocket. It looks like he can make it. Going to have to swing the cue ball off that side rail back to the middle of the table just a bit. And he doesn't get there. He rubs on the 7. Still can make this one. Chance that it bobbles, though. Nope, he made it. Nice shot. With the ball being off the rail like that, it was tough. You can see he's really just on the edge of everything here. Just barely making position there and barely dropping the balls. Definitely would like to see Lukas just kind of hunker down a bit. Mike Matthew, if you're out there, you know why that shot didn't go in? That shot didn't go in. He needed less side, more up-down. Old school stream joke. I'm sure some of you guys were there for it. Yeah, lots of exciting pool things on the agenda coming up. And even if you're like a beginner player or you don't feel like, oh, I can't compete with all of these players, let me tell you something. Be part of the community. Get in there. Go out and play with all these wonderful folks. And just be part of the community. Don't worry so much about the results. Like when I tell you, it's really just the enjoyment of the experience and being part of this. It really is. Like all the, awards and accolades and all that stuff comes. That stuff comes. That stuff comes. But you got to be around the right group. Like if you're a member of this pool community and you go out there and you play in these events and you're not afraid to play in a tournament where you're not the favorite in the field, like that's the respect that you get. Like I've seen people show up to a tournament and they like have their cues. They're not like desperate for money, like they can't afford it or anything. Like, I'm not playing in this. I can't win this. And it's like, well, I think you're missing the point, my man. We do this so we can continue to do this. That's right, Don Hunter. You're going to learn something anyways. That's right. I'll even say always. Always going to learn something. If a guy drills you, you shake his hand and say, hey, great, nice job, you did awesome. If you're not feeling it, you're not playing that well that day or whatever it is, you're not feeling your game. I mean, just think about it and try to make those adjustments and be self-aware and ask your friends, hey, did you see my match? Did you see anything? Did you catch me doing something I shouldn't have been doing? You know, did you notice my stance off? What was my stroke looking like? You know, talk about it. Brenda in the chat says 381, I would die of embarrassment. Well, you're not a 381. You're a pool player, and the number has nothing to do with pool at all. I mean, I said this yesterday. I wish we could just erase memory of all ratings and handicap systems and all of that stuff and just have, I'm this player, you're that player, let's go play. But, I mean, you can only get better at the game if you want to get better at it. You know, a lot of things that, pool players go through mentally and in their journey in pool. I mean, a lot of it is just thinking about what they want to shoot like or how they're at a disadvantage, they're not good enough, and those kinds of things. And, you know, a lot of it has to do, and I'm not saying this for anyone in particular, but a lot of it has to do with the stubbornness of a player to not make changes and that kind of thing and take advice from players and, you know, just to get to that next level where, you know, you're comfortable with your game and you feel like, yeah, I can go out there and compete. Like, not everybody's going to want to be a professional. You don't have to try to be a professional level player. You just got to be there and enjoy the game and be part of that community and enjoy yourself. I mean, how about Miss Andrea Duval traveling all over? She just got an award being here at Snookers. She had perfect attendance on the Joss Tour. She's like a 490. And she doesn't lose every time she plays. She wins. She wins matches. She's a killer. You know, I mean, that's right. Evelyn Soto said it. Pool community always willing to help each other. That's right. Jeremy Tucker Mooser, what's going on, my man? Yeah, right there. Will Ailey said it right there. I was not one of the favorites against Ray. And one of the comments after the loss from the Railbirds was, great match, Will. Way to battle with heart. Felt great even though I lost. That's right. Like, you can't be, you know, with those reservations in your mind, like, oh, I'm not going to play against those guys. You don't know what you can do unless you go out there and at least swing. You have to. You have to. And if you do that over time, you become one of those things. You know, like the good information and the real proper knowledge and all of that stuff festers in the rooms that have the proper players that aren't worried about, oh, well, what are you going to give me? What's my spot? You know, like, how many games do I get? Like, what are we talking about here? Human versus human. Learn. Ask questions. Do all those things. I mean, it really is how it is. It's that simple. Don't be afraid. Just go out there and be part of that community. You're not sure about something, ask people that know. They're going to tell you. I say this a lot, you know, the proper players and people that are comfortable with their game, those players are looking for more good players. We want more good players out there. And the folks that aren't very good at their game and they're not comfortable with their skill level and they're not willing to put in the work to get better and that type of thing, they're hoping you pass out and die and scratch on the 8 ball getting to the 9. You know, like, come be part of a real community with the proper players. They're all skill levels. And you ask questions, they're going to help you. That's in the nature of the correct group. I mean, I tell you guys, year after year, I don't want 100% of the players to come out to these tournaments that I host. I want 100% of the correct people. I want the good people, the good guys. No bad guys. We got the etiquette rules on the side, you know, to make sure that everybody's enjoying themselves and no one's getting a sour stomach from somebody giving them a bad time. Just go out there, shoot some pool, enjoy yourself. It's a fun game. Don't forget, that's why we all started playing the game. It's fun. I mean, if it wasn't fun, you probably wouldn't have done it again. But that's why we play this game. It's fun. You get to meet people, be a part of something. You get an excuse to go hit the road and travel somewhere with a group of friends. I mean, how often can you say that? Yeah, I'm going to go to some place and it's a bunch of strangers, like it's not the same. But imagine going to a place and you got some of your team with you. You go out there, you're all playing the game you love, and you're rooting on all your friends that are in the same events. And I mean, that's the good stuff. Go chop up some cheap hotel rooms, hit the road, go eat at places you've never been to before. I mean, that's the good stuff. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. And when everybody does this as a collective, that's when the good stuff happens. That's the really good stuff. What is going on with Lukas here? What is going on here? He's trying to win the match before it even started. Evelyn Soto says, back 20 years ago, no one helped anyone. Things have definitely changed. That's right. Jeremy says you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. That is also 100% correct. Rebecca Teese, player in the event this weekend, play for the love of the game. That's right. That's right. Rob Dallin in the chat. I was a lower level 5, if that, when I joined a Masters League. Got my butt whooped day in and day out again by players like Rob Pearson, Dave Gavish, Kevin Guimond, Ryan Cullen. I had no issues racking. In every rack, I learned all that I could, and they would give advice all the time to help out. It was my best experience and the best learning I've ever gotten. There you go. That's just it. Go out there with the proper players, ask questions, and learn. And, it's a group thing, but, let's go. It's all of us. Let's make some stuff happen. Nobody's judging you for your skill level. Just go out and have fun. There's not really much more to it in life, right? Go enjoy yourself. In this game right here, it's got an amazing community built around it. And if you're fortunate enough to be a part of that, yeah, then you already know. And if you don't feel that way about the community, I think you're in the wrong circle. I mean, obviously, there's always good and bad people in the world, but why would you be in a circle of bad people? Find the good ones and kind of wave the flag that says, hey, good people over here. I mean, that's kind of what I like to think of, my Ship the Cash logo. That's supposed to be like, hey, you're the good guys, come over here, you're welcome here. No complaining. Just come over here, play some pool, and have some fun. Smile, make some inappropriate jokes on the sidelines. Proper rules. You guys hold up your end of the bargain, and I'll try to deliver a professional, delivery of the tournament and the event itself, Dylan Perez in the chat. Best thing I did for my game was join Masters last year. There you go. That's it. Just get out there and play some pool. Nice job, Dylan. Qualified for regionals the upcoming weekend. Fantastic. Glad to hear it. But yeah, I mean, the pool community is definitely growing, and I think that the overall idea of what we're supposed to be doing is becoming a little bit more apparent. But still, there's a lot of reservations out there, and people focus so much on their rating. And what their skill level, rating is, and whatever that is, the numbers. Forget about the numbers. Just go out, go play. The numbers really do not matter. I mean, literally, I don't even think about a rating. If I go out and play, I don't care what the rating is. I mean, I've beaten professional players and I've lost to beginners. You don't know what pool's going to be like. What day is it? What time is it? What's the temperature in the room? What do the pool gods have in store for you that day, that weekend? Evelyn Soto suggesting Lukas needs a bird bath. Yeah. If he's going to snap this off, he's definitely going to need to do that. Definitely going to need to do that. And by bird bath, for you guys that don't know the terminology, the bird bath is when you take a break, go to the bathroom, wash your hands and face, just kind of clean up a little bit, come back fresh and awakened snap out of whatever funk that you might be in. And that is definitely sound advice. And from the words of Mr. Ray McNamara taught me this years ago, and I will continue to mention this indefinitely. But when you're going to take your break in a match, it's got to be in a positive situation. You don't want to be hooked and kicking or jumping or something, and that's when you take a break and you come back and you're still in a bad spot. You want to come back like you just won a game and it's your break, or the guy missed the shot. There's 5 open balls on the table. Go then, and when you come back, you're like, here we go. Here, let's get things cooking here, and you get some comfort. That's when you want to take your break, and when you come back, you have a nice proper thing there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, folks, I'm going to take 30 seconds to push a button over here, and then we're going to get a treat, so stand by. We're going to get a guest. All right, folks, we're going to have a very, very special guest right now, and it's none other than the man I just mentioned. You see how crazy the universe is? It's my man, Ray Mac. Ray, what's going on, brother?
I'm just back from my drive from Fall River.
Okay.
I went up to Straight Shooters this morning to play in a tournament that I guess there's a medical emergency.
It was canceled, yeah.
Yeah,
it was canceled.
I didn't know that. I took the drive. I hope everything's okay with Joey or whoever.
Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what's happening either, but, wish everybody the best out there.
But, yeah, so we got some action in here, huh?
Yeah.
Lukas and Bob. I was outside watching a little bit of the match, and, it looks like Lukas is just kind of going through the steps instead of really getting down and focusing and connecting to the ball the way he usually connects,
Totally agreed.
And it comes from fatigue. I mean, he's been playing a lot of pool, and your mind just gets tired sometimes. And I kind of feel like that's the situation he's in right now.
So you think that he's just like mentally fatigued, and that's kind of where he is right now?
Yeah, he's not truly connecting to the ball. He just figures he can get down and do what he does and just fire it in, but it's not working unless you're really making that true connection to the shot.
Agreed there. Yeah, I've been watching, and it seems like he's literally just so anxious to put a point up that he's not putting any up. Like he wants to win yesterday.
Yeah, no, I know. It was 4-1, and he looked over to me, and I kind of gave him the timeout sign, to see if he could take a break and refocus a little bit. He hasn't taken a break yet.
That's actually how I brought up your name, Ray. Evelyn Soto in the chat, a.k.a. Sneaky Steve. He had suggested he needs a bird bath. And I just described, some of the people, what exactly a bird bath is. And I said, Ray Mack years ago gave me the advice that when you're going to take that break and you're in that match and you're in that tough spot, whatever it is, that, it's always a good idea to come back in a favorable position. You don't want to come back kicking or jumping or something like that. You want to come back where you just snatched a game, or, the guy dogs the shot and you have, 3 or 4 open shots. You want to come back positive, get a positive mind when you get to the table, run them out, and then continue. And I don't know, is there something you can add to that?
No, that's what it is. It's calculating the best time to take that time out. It's not just take the time out because I need a break, which you do, but you want to be selective on when you're going to take that time out. If the guy just scratched off the break, good time to take a time out. You come back with a ball in hand. You miss a shot and you have an open shot, a very favorable shot, good time to take a time out. But if he just missed a shot and hooked you,
don't come back and kill yourself
again. Don't come
back.
Don't take the time out then, because if you just swipe, and give him the open shot back, then it defeats your timeout. You
Yeah.
know, the momentum still goes his way.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree with that. And believe it or not, Ray, all the things you've told me over the years, I remember it. I actually do. It's etched in my mind. I don't actually have them written down anywhere, but I definitely have them, permanently in my brain. And I do appreciate all the advice you've given over the years, in pool and in life. And I'm sure these folks are enjoying hearing about these things also.
Yeah, I think of a lot of it probably happened when it was COVID time, where we had the time up. You were coming over the house. We were doing the streaming for the virtual pool.
So we talked a lot about pool there. Yeah, I think Lukas is definitely struggling here, and it's a mental thing. I mean, he's not an unskilled shooter. I mean, the kid's a stud. He's been winning everything, doing great.
Oh yeah,
but
it's just mental fatigue.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Just not really paying attention to the shot. It's just that little bit that's off.
Yeah, and he's sometimes I feel like he kind of takes shots and tables and opponents for granted, just because he's seen some success, and I think he needs to kind of relax a little bit and just get it done. I mean, what did he just do there? He just played a perfect safe on himself. What was he even trying to do there? He's trying to bank it and stay behind the 7?
I think the one was supposed to go off the rail and kind of get behind, out in the middle of the table, so he'd be behind. But it somehow he put it in the pocket. So.
Well, Lukas is going to show you how to get out of this one. I mean, this is a tricky one here.
The 2 is next to the 3, right?
Yeah.
That's the 2 balls there.
That's correct.
Oof.
Yeah, this is very tricky.
Mass A, 2 rails into it.
I think that's what he's looking to do here. Man, that was a tough one.
That was an attempt. That was a good attempt, but.
Yeah, that was tough. Yeah, when that happens, Ray, I just
ignore.
Exactly. Yeah, we're not here right now.
People knocking on the door looking to get in.
Yeah, exactly. But we're just going to go about our business and do what we got to do. And we see.
They're not going away.
Yeah. All right, so we're still back. Side to side would be the locking. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah, just side to side. There we go.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And Bob back in control. Continuing on here.
Yeah, he left himself a little off angle on the 4. Let's see how he gets around to the 5.
He's going to try to drag it back up there. He's going to clip the 9 ball here. Not the best spot here.
No, not at all.
I mean, if he's feeling froggy, he can bank it and be perfect here.
You can actually kind of 2-rail the 5, and stop your cue, kind of let your cue ball fade to the rail, and hopefully the...
Get under the 6, right?
Yeah, use the 6 ball as the blocker.
I feel like Bob's comfortable enough where he might attack here, but... Yeah, there he goes.
He did,
yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but especially at the beginning of his previous match with Jason Robichaux, Bob is playing a lot faster than his normal. He's not walking the table every shot and looking at everything. He's just kind of out there going.
Yeah. He's connecting to the ball good. He's really sharp on how he's... Because I saw an 8 ball. He had to come across table on the 8 ball for position on the 9 on one shot, earlier racks. And I could just see the way he connected to it. Really dialed in today.
Yeah, he is. I say it's It's something that I feel shows that he's comfortable and confident out there, and he's not tired.
No,
He's definitely not tired.
No.
He's got like that pep in his step, and like he's just getting down and shooting the balls and doing what he's got to do, and it's refreshing to see that. That's not the normal stuff that I see from Bob as far as the timing of his shots and his approach to them. His pre-shot routine looks a little bit quicker, a little faster, and I mean he just looks really comfortable out there, and that's great. And look at him now. He's got a 9-ball here to go 7-1 up in the hot seat to get a spot in the finals, and then they're going to throw Lukas Fracasso Verner to the B side, and who knows how he does over there. You always got to remember that the shorter the race, the closer the percentages get.
There's his opening with a tester.
Oh, this is a tester for sure. Absolutely.
Especially when you've been struggling all day, you're looking at this saying, okay. Just hopefully takes his takes an extra stroke or two on it. Oh, good. All right. Reset. Get up. This is a routine he should be doing every shot. Unless he's feeling it and he's really connecting, then go with it. But sometimes when you're making those little mistakes, little mental errors.
Yeah, Lukas is definitely not feeling well right now as far as his pool game is concerned. But Dr. Bob is not going to let up. And he's going to say, hey, kid, you keep giving me these chances. I'm just going to shoot the balls in. I'm not going to give it back to you. I mean, he's not supposed to.
Yeah, no.
Here we go. This is to go 7-1 up. Can Bob maintain a clean stroke here? Pocket this 9-ball. Super clean.
Nice follow through with the cue stick.
Oh, yeah.
He stayed right on line.
7-1 right now to Bob Madenjian. This is starting to look like Lukas is not going to be in this match here.
Yeah, no, he's going to have to pull together right now.
And I got to say it, if Bob gives Lukas an open shot here, immediately put your cue on the table, go bird bath, come back and run a 6-pack or something.
Freshen up.
Yeah.
Yeah, get yourself out of this funk a little bit.
He's got to make some kind of adjustment, some kind of mental change. I mean, something has to happen here for Lukas. I mean, he's right when the event started, he's totally the favorite on the paper. You look at the field, you say, okay, Lukas is the favorite here.
Oh, the way he was playing yesterday, for sure. He was playing really good.
Yeah, totally. And
really connecting to the ball.
Yeah, and I mean, he looked good, as far as his comfort out there. He looked like he was having a good time too.
Yep.
And right now he's just he's so frustrated. You can see it. I mean, he's missed so many straight open shots in the last 3 or 4 balls, and it's just, you can't expect a player like Bob Madenjian to give you more chances after that. Get out or get dead. And right now, I got another dry break from Bob. I got to say, Ray, I haven't seen a lot of successful breaks in this match here. I mean, Bob's broken all of those games, essentially. Mm-hmm. I don't think I've seen more than 1 ball go in on the break, maybe twice.
That's surprising that Lukas has had first shot every rack. I mean, unless it's always in a tough situation.
I mean, perhaps that's Bob's idea. Maybe he's not trying to break and shoot him out. I mean, maybe he's just.
I don't know about that.
I mean, think about it though. I mean, he's not doing anything crazy with his break. He's not putting it in a special place. He's just kind of hitting the balls and.
Is the one always on that back rail?
I don't remember, but
if that's happening, then
what I'm telling you is that he's not breaking and trying to run out. That's not what it looks like. And if it's a moving thing, that's something Bob's going to be really comfortable with. Bob likes to maneuver.
Right, open shot, good time for a break right here. Put your stick down. See, he doesn't want to get away. And I've been in the same situation. You just wanna shoot
give me a
balls.
point.
Just let me shoot some balls. Let me get up to speed. But later on, I would say, I should have just taken a break because it would have made me feel a little, let some of the steam out,
Yeah. I mean, like you see, he's got that pep in his step. He's trying to make a thing happen here. I mean, I don't even mind him finishing this game and then going to take a break, but he needs to jump out of this right now. Change the momentum. Change what's happening right now.
It was just a matter of experience in the shot. When you get down, actually experience what you're doing instead of just going through the motion of it.
Yeah, totally agree with that. He's like living on the edge here. I mean, twice there was like, a quarter inch where he could have hooked himself or something. And he knows he's got that perfect stroke in that back arm. Just got to contain that and be able to deliver it.
Slow it down a little bit.
Yeah.
All controlled. Not a fast pace, slow walking around.
Good speed. Doesn't want to get super straight there. It's all right. You see, even simple things like that where he's got to hit it a lot firmer to get off the rail. Those are those minuscule things that are going to add up over time.
Okay.
All right, he's got a 2. All right, let's hear it, folks. Does Lukas Fracasso Verner find a way to win 7 games before Bob wins 2? Or is Bob just going to get this and that's it?
Okay, all right.
Is he going?
He's going.
He's going. My man. They're sending him the information via pool satellite.
Take that break.
Yeah.
Freshen up.
That's right. I want to see it in the chat, though. Let's go. Put your comments in there. I want to hear it. What are you guys and girls thinking? Can Lukas pull this off and win 7 games to Bob's 2? I mean, we just saw the reverse of that. Smirky Leclerc says Lukas 9-8.
Oh.
Well,
he says the comeback's happening.
That's a bold prediction, Cotton. Well, you know what? I think anything is possible with the level of talent we have in this young man. But boy, is it a tall order.
Well, I tell you one thing. If the comeback's going to happen, it's because Lukas has a break. So he has to come out breaking the balls. If he can hit, string a couple games together here and there. But it's
You're saying we're going to need a package again.
His break needs to be working for a comeback to happen. Otherwise, if they're just trading racks back and forth, Bob's going to make his 2. But, yeah.
I love all these comments, but my favorite right now, Rebecca Teese. Bob seems like the kind of guy that likes to educate. Sit down, young man. Watch this. Oh, boy. Yeah. Oh, all right. Good. I see that. Sneaky Steve giving the info. That was via Pool God's satellite. Take a freaking bird bath, kid, will you? Like, we want to see a closer match here. And I know a lot of you folks are fans of both of these players. But yeah, this is definitely going to be a tough hill to climb for Lukas. But I agree with Ray. I mean, gonna have to see a package. I mean, with the opponent racking, and I'm not saying Bob's giving him junk racks, but with the opponent racking, that's not the rack that you break usually. When you practice, you're racking your own, and that's the rack that you break. He's gonna have to have some good fortune on top of him figuring out, hey, this is how I'm going to play pool for the remainder of this match. I do think he needs to at least just take a peek at the rack, see what he's looking at there, just see what's going on there. I don't think he should just get down and break. You got to take a peek.
You have to look at the rack.
See what you got to do. Hopefully all of your Joe Tucker racking secrets information is lodged in your brain and you know what to look for and how to make those adjustments. But, yeah, I agree, Ray. He's going to have to put a few racks together and actually have a package where Bob's not involved in the games for a few racks at least to have a chance here. But, I mean, for the viewers' sake, you guys that are watching, I really would like to see a tight match here and maybe Lukas tears back a little bit and fights back a little bit. I mean, to be fair, though, a lot of times when a player goes way down in a match, and you look back at the history of the previous racks and how they actually arrived there, a lot of that, Lukas was in control of those racks and gave them over towards the end of the game, missing a 7, missing an 8, missing a 9, things like that. So if you mentally, meaning Lukas, can bring that into your mind and say, hey, I'm losing a lot of these games. He's not winning a lot of these games that I've given there. If he's losing the games and giving the point away, he can say, you know what, I'm still in control of this, and I know how to make the adjustments to still win. And that's not a shot at Bob either. But, I mean, Bob's just doing what he's supposed to do. He gets the open shots and he shoots the balls in. That's what he's supposed to do.
Lukas is having a conversation with himself right now in the bathroom about all this.
What's that?
About all what you just said.
Bob's telling him this?
No, Lukas is telling himself.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he
all
is.
This stuff.
That's right.
You know, that's what he's going to, and now he has to wash it away. Though when you come out, you can't carry that baggage with you. The idea of the bathroom break is to forget everything, wash all that stuff away. It's a fresh set. It's like, okay, Bob won the first set. This is the second set, right?
Yeah.
That's how you got to come back into the match right now.
That's right. Totally agree with that. We got our friend Mr. Alex Bausch in the chat. He says Lukas will make it a match, but his break is not going to get going. All right, so that's a prediction there that he's not going to.
If his break doesn't get going, then I don't see the comeback happen.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough.
That's a definite.
Yeah, that's going to make things really tough here.
All right, he's taking a peek.
All right, he's looked. And let's see. We're looking for the 3 or the 1 here. Let's see what we got. No 3, no 1.
3 ball went high, and the break didn't work.
That's like da-da-da-da-da. Oh.
Now Bob just has to do his job.
That's right. Yeah.
Bob does his job, and there's nothing Lukas can do about it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's tough. I mean, everything is literally there. I'm looking at the 3-4 at the bottom of the table. I mean, he's got the 2 hanging, but that's really the only tricky type of thing that he's got to do. The 2-3-4 is going to be a little bit tricky, but I'm sure he has a plan. And he's looking at that situation right now. If the 4 was anywhere on the table, like in the top portion or something like that, I'd say, all right, Bob's got this. No questions. He's just going to do it. But the 6 does pass the 7 to the bottom left, so that's not an issue here. It's really about that 3-4.
Yeah, it's how steep of a cut you're going to have on the 3. That's the idea. And he
did really well with that, I think. If he can still see this enough to pocket it, I think he did great.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he came a bit short, to be honest, Ray.
Yeah, I think the 9 ball's in his way.
Yeah.
Looking from that angle, anyway.
And as crazy as it might sound, I feel like in this situation, I'm always just going to masse at it. I feel like I'm always going to do that because I can get there that way. And he plays a defensive attempt, but he is going to leave Lukas a full ball to hit.
Jack up draw. Are you going to try?
There's one thing I know. If Lukas has to play defense, he hates it. He doesn't want to play defense. He wants to shoot the balls in and just get it done.
You got to play smart sometimes, too. And I kind of feel like I know where he was with that. He didn't want to take a chance.
I mean, he's still giving Bob a chance to play safe right back.
Yeah.
I think he's got the whole ball here.
Yeah, you're letting your opponent to the table for sure. Even if he had him hooked good, you're still letting your opponent back to the table, and anything can happen at that point, So, but calculating how he's feeling and the score of the game, that was probably the best move playing defense in that situation.
And I think Bob actually might have mishit that slightly. I think he wanted to draw instead of a stop shot. But I think the job may have gotten done. Still to be determined. I think Lukas has a way to get there right between the 6 and the 8, maybe a soft masse or something like that. But what do you think here, Ray? Looks like he can get through the 6-8. But I think he's going to have to swerve it a little bit. He's going with a kick here.
Yeah, he's got to kick it.
Chance of the 9-ball off the 4. Always a chance.
Look at this. Look at this.
Ooh. Now,
all right.
In this situation, if he thinks that he can manipulate this cue ball and get by the 4 and pocket the 9, he's doing it. 100% he's doing it. And we've saw that Bob is comfortable with the carom shots and just grazing off the side of a ball or just sending the cue ball on a particular line. He's got those moves down. So if he thinks this is possible and he's not going to clip that 4, he's shooting this. Doesn't look like he's going to.
No. Bank it up. You can bank it up table.
Yeah, I don't like that shot there. I don't like that one. I think that, the beginning stages of his thought process were on point, but I don't think he concluded properly there. You know what I mean? He didn't see all the way to the end of that idea. And what seemed like it was going to be a quick rack might be a full run out.
Taking his time, looking at the shot this time instead of just his normal get down and fire.
Yeah. Maybe somebody gave him all the answers to the test. Somebody had to text him all the answers. Hey, Lucas, it's A-B-B, A-B-C-D-D-B. Write that down.
Step by step.
Yeah, that's right.
Let's do a step by step here.
Yeah. Yeah, slow it down just a little bit. There you go. Like it's almost like his, like he's got to like drag his body through the motions because like he's already won the game. He's like, here we go.
He wants to shoot him in at that normal pace, yeah. But you got to just make sure.
Bide your time. All right, pump it in here. All right, not in the way we were thinking it might have happened, but Lucas is going to get this game here 7-3 with the deposit of this 9-ball. All right, we got a little bit of a game here. He's trying to make it close. Don Hunter says, Doc and Marty on the mic.
Oh,
Who better to be the duo? Come on.
Those times.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talked about that earlier.
Yeah, you know what else? That's the best team anytime. You know what I'm saying, my man? Yeah, that's right. All right, so we got a little bit of a match here. 7-3.
7-3,
yeah. And just to give you guys an update, I don't know who won that match right there, but I do know that Jason Cornelio and Pete Genovese have both been eliminated from the tournament in 7th, 8th. I mean, literally half of the final 8 are Connecticut players.
On table 3, Frankie Hernandez was playing Vince. What's Vince's
Vincent
last name?
Borovage.
Borovage?
Yeah.
All right. Vincent was up 4-0, and I'm pretty sure that Frankie won that match. So how do you like that comeback?
Well, I mean, somebody like Frankie, yeah.
Vince,
I'm not even like, oh, he did?
Vince
he can
good.
do that. Yes, he does. You lost a tight one with him yesterday, 7-5. I remember seeing that.
Yeah, right.
And the other guy that Delchel lost, you lost 9-8 to Lucas right here. I mean, and I wanted to just ask you about that one particular shot. It's double hill, you break. You have to get down, and you got to draw quite a bit. You had to come with a big stroke there for the 2-ball. You had to clear those obstructions to get back up table. And, I'm just curious, like, on the outside, it looked like you did all the things you normally would, but when it came down to the execution, you were a bit early on the trigger. And, it didn't look like your normal timing. Do you feel that way, or do you have any thoughts on that particular shot? Like when, you missed the 2-ball, it was a tough shot, you had to stroke it, but it seemed like the time once you got down was a lot shorter than your normal get down.
You're talking about the 1-ball.
No, I think it was the 2-ball on the break. You broke and you had to shoot the 2 in the bottom right corner, and you had to draw all the way back up the table for the 3-ball.
All right.
And that was the last shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
I had to draw between the balls to get back up for the 3.
Yeah. The 3 was in the top left, and you shot the 2 to the bottom right here.
Yeah, jawed it.
Yeah, it jawed it. Yeah, right, exactly. And I was curious because, I mean, that was the match. I mean, if you made that one, your cue ball was okay, you were going to get out, and that was that. You won the match. And I'm just curious if you had like a hindsight, or you just like, I'm not sure, you know. I don't know if you had any thoughts on that one. But, you know, again, from the outside, it seemed like you did all the normal stuff from Ray Mack, and right when you went to pull the trigger, it seemed like you were like, you know, 5 to 7 seconds earlier than your normal time down on the shot. You know, like maybe the trigger wasn't fully in place just yet or something like that. Like, was there any thoughts there?
I mean, I've been going through changes on the way I connect to an object ball. You know, I've introduced the cue ball more. I was always, you know, cue stick, but bringing the cue ball into my game has sharpened up the way I see the balls. You know, it's kind of like synchronizing the 2 lines, the cue ball and the cue stick. You know, when I first started doing it, I had to look at each thing separately. You know, I'd either look at the cue stick or I look at the cue ball. And when I looked at one, the other looked crooked. You know what I mean? There wasn't a balance between the 2 lines. And I'm trying to create that now, and it's happening for me. And I'm seeing it better, but it's not refined enough. It's the thing that Lukas and all the pros do. It's just seeing the shot purely. You know, when you get down, it's just there. You can see all the connections, or the way. I should say this, that each person has their own way to connect. You know, the cue stick, cue ball, a piece of this, a piece of that. Everybody has a different way. And I'm just refining the way I do it a little bit more to be sharper. You know?
Okay.
And it was just a miss. That was just a miss. You know, I thought I'm not going to shoot the shot if I don't think I have it right. I didn't feel like the timing of the shot was off. I just executed and it didn't go, you know. But that's it, yeah. It's because of the changes I've been doing in my game. Sometimes it's on, and when it's on now, it's much sharper than it's ever been. You know?
That's great. That's great to hear. So you're saying that was just a miss. You made a mental error of some kind, and that's just
I just didn't connect to the ball as pure as I had been through the match, you know. I mean, that's like it is on any shot.
How about that combination right there from the dock, putting himself on the hill? Folks, I don't think we're going to get our double hill or close match here. I mean, Lukas really needs to come with something. I can't wait to hear. Bob, if Bob wins this match, I already know the style of his demeanor afterwards. You know, with Bob's, yeah, I mean, he kept giving them to me, so I kept shooting them in, and, you know. Oh, man. Lukas, you're going to have to bear down here, bud. Going to have to see something from you.
Yeah, if you're not getting off your break, though, it's a comeback is hard.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. All right, let's see how Bob Madenjian's break is looking for his hill break.
Made a ball.
That one going to dress up for him?
Oof.
Well, it's not dressed up, but it's still at the door. Yeah, Lance Lascotti tuning in. How you doing, my man? Why is LFV down to the great Doc Bob? Well, because he's the great Doc Bob, and LFV is tripping a little bit right now. Now, call me crazy, but it looks like Bob was attempting to see some kind of carom there, but it's not available.
No.
So I think he's just looking for somewhere to hide this cue ball. Maybe just a thin hit, a little bit of left-hand spin, and try to get it back underneath that 8, something along those lines. Maybe even try to go the opposite way, 2 rails behind the 9. I mean, there's a couple of ways that you can do this. He could try to come up behind the 7.
7,
yeah, the 7 ball, yeah.
7 or 4 over that way.
Really depends on exactly what type of stroke he's most comfortable with for control. You know, like you can play that little bit of inside and get underneath the 9 ball. Really thin hit here. And I don't think he's going to get where he's going. Is he going to get there?
Look at his little inside twisty he had there. That was a good attempt.
Yeah. He needed to hit a lot closer to that corner pocket, though, just to get underneath that 9-ball. I think it was a good stroke, good
Just
attempt
speed
there.
was off, actually.
Yeah.
It was just a little too hard.
See what Lukas can come up with here. And that was all just speed to get himself in that good spot. See Rantamba in the chat. He says, ha ha. Ha ha, mushroom. Ha ha. Nice to see you, Ran.
Lance. Oh, hi, Lance. How you doing? I see a little hello from him.
And also wanted to mention the comment from Will Ailey there. That was a match you had yesterday. He put up a good fight against you. I think that was table 397 maybe. And he says that he tried to watch and learn from you, Ray, and just the decision-making and how you approach the table. He said it was a great learning experience for him, and he actually got a lot of compliments on keeping it tight there and, trying to keep a good match with you. So, that's the good stuff right there. That's what we're looking for.
Yeah, I've noticed improvement in Will's game. It's come a long way. He's put a lot of time in, I guess.
Absolutely. And Lukas again with a lax safety attempt there. He's just kind of getting down and going through it like you suggested, Ray, and it's not really getting there. Not really getting there. We're going to see what Bob can do here.
It's a process. It's not like a switch.
Yeah.
You just can't flip the switch and everything's good again, Just got to work it into your game again.
See Just Jam, my man. What's going on, sir? Come visit, man. Show these people what it's like to play Rain Man pool. Remember Just Jam when he would come to the Wednesday tournaments? He had the record on the action table for like the better part of a year, and he ran like I think he had like 13 wins in a row or something. He beat like every top guy in the room. They're like, who the hell is this guy? And he's just free stroking break speed and everything. And they're just like, what the hell's going on? I'm leaving.
Feeling good.
Oh yeah. Just Jam. Come Just Jam, bro. It's like one of those amazing things to watch. You're like, I don't even know why or how he's doing this, but it's working. It looks awesome. Yeah, come visit, my man. Meanwhile, we got Bob on the hill kicking at the 1-ball. He's looking for a 2-rail hit, maybe some separation. Possibility of making the 1-ball in the bottom right corner. Depends on how thick he hits this. And that's going to be foul.
Rail.
No rail. I think he was expecting a thinner hit there and cue ball flying up table.
Yeah, I guess he was expecting to go into the ball.
Yeah.
Went long off that first rail.
Lukas not able to take anything for granted at this point because everything is literally death. You give Bob one more open opportunity at a table, that could be it. No more chances. Nothing else.
Yeah, it was a manageable field anyway. This year we only what do we have 56, 58 players?
Yeah, 56 players. That's right.
56 players. I mean, for the size of our room here, it makes it more manageable, don't you think? I think the matches went pretty smooth yesterday.
Yeah, I agree. And as cool as it sounds to have 100+ player fields in a tournament, I prefer quality over quantity. And it's just, hey, let's just get 64 players, quality field, and everybody just relax and play your matches, and it doesn't feel like we're rushing to hurry up and try to get somewhere by a certain time, and let's just relax and enjoy some pool. And it's nice when you can get a nice rail of spectators and enthusiasts to come and check it out. And oh my goodness, look at this man. He's done the same thing multiple times this game. This matchup rather. And there you go.
He needs to take a night off. Take Alex out to dinner. That's his girlfriend's name, right, Alex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes.
Go out to dinner. Enjoy some time off.
I mean, maybe his Cliff Bar's getting cold. He's got a granola bar, and it's getting cold, and he's looking at it on the rail saying, boy, am I hungry. Well, Bob Madenjian 2 shots away from taking this one, 9-3. Just got to make 2 more shots here. Alex Bausch says, I'll take a nice meal. I bet you will, sir. Let's see. Gets above it. A little heavy on the stroke. No, he's going to come out fine. All right. Looking good. Looks like it, folks. We're going to find out right now. And there you go. There it is right there. Bob Madenjian, 9-3 over the Connecticut kid, Lukas Fracasso Verner. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to be back with some more pool.
Yeah, I'm going to be sitting out for the next round.
Yeah.
I think we have another guest coming in.
Little does Ray know, I might be sitting out the next one, and you might be me. No. So we're going to find out how that goes.
That's not happening. I'm actually heading out.
Yeah, me too.
I'm leaving.
Yeah, I just got to